channel fader strip on the console can control any type of channel. We can have our input channels here, we could have groups, we could have some outputs, we could have VCAs. But in this example, we're controlling input channels. I can see the label of the source that's routed to this channel in the fader label display. And I can also see by the colour of the Lavo backlight, which is white here, that these are input channels. The fader strip itself has a touch-sensitive fader. At the bottom, we have AFL and PFL buttons for monitoring. There is also an indicator beside each fader showing me that there is input signal level. And I have a flip button which will flip this individual fader strip to its alternate layer. We'll talk more about banking and layering later. A mute button which cuts the channel, and a fader select button which assigns this channel to the center section or for other assign functions. I then have 4 user keys. These are programmable, but we have some default functions on here, such as buttons to enable the conference or to isolate the fader strip from a snapshot. In the upper area, I have 2 assignable free controls. Each of these has a rotary control and a push button. They're colour-coded and they can be assigned to different functions. So for example, on this fader strip, this control is adjusting the compressor threshold, and the push button beside is switching the compressor on or off. Below that, I have another free control, and this is operating the gain of my EQ band 3. And as you can see, I can have different free controls assigned for different types of channel. So on my microphone inputs, we have dynamics and EQ. On some music playback here, we have gain and EQ. The upper control on the fader strip is always used for input gain. And because this channel is being fed from a microphone input, this will remotely control my analog input gain. There's also an A/B button. At the moment, this isn't doing anything because I haven't assigned anything to the B input, but I might use it, for example, to switch to a backup mic.